Hi everybody, it's Mr. Liu. This is page 105. Practice 4, multiply by 8. Complete the multiplication fact, then show on the number line. Okay, so 3 times 8, remember what it means, just another way of saying 3 groups of 8. Alright, or I can just say 8 3 times. So I'm going to simply draw my 3 groups of 8 right now. So again, 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and I am putting 8 in each. So here, for 3 groups of 8, I'm just counting 8s. Okay? And I want to show it on this number line. So again, remember 3 groups of 8 is also another way of saying 3 jumps of 8 too. That's also another way of saying 3 groups of 8. So let's do that. So let's do 3 jumps of 8 right now. Okay, so start at 0, and the first jump is to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's my first jump to 8. I need another jump of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm jumping to 16. And my last jump of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is 24. And if you look at my jumps, I'm just counting my 8 multiples. 8, 16, 24. I'm counting my 8. So again, 8, 16, 24. So 3 times 8 is simply 24. Okay, so that's my number line. Over here, complete the multiplication fact, then shade to show on the area model. So again, 6 times 8 is 6 groups of 8, but when we show it on an area model, it's just 6 rows of 8. It's the same thing. So let's show that on my area model. So I need my 6 rows of 8. So 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, 6 rows. So here's my 6 rows right here, and I need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here we go. 6 rows of 8 is right over there. So here is my area model for 6 rows of 8. So if I'm doing this, I'm just counting my 8 multiples again. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 8. 16, which we counted up there. 24, and let's keep counting. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So I'm at 32 now. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, so all I'm doing is writing my 8 multiples. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay, so 6 times 8 is 48. And let's write that right over there. Okay, number 3, fill in the missing numbers. 8 eighths is 8 groups of 8, which is 8 times 8. 3 eighths, 3 groups of 8, or 3 times 8. Here we go. We have 6 plus 6, so we have 1 6, 2 6s, 3 6s, 4 6s, 5 6s, 6, 7 6s, 8 6s. So I have 8 6s over here. I'm going to write that. I have 8 6s, or 8 groups of 6, which is the same thing as writing 8 times 6. Okay, let's move on. Number 6. So 1 8, 2, 3 8, 4 8, 5 8, 6 8. So over here I have 6 eighths, or 6 groups of 8, which is the same thing as 6 times 8. Here we go. 5 times 8 equals 8 times. Remember, we can reverse these all around. Equals 8 times 5. And here we go, 5/8, which is the same thing up here, except here we have 6/8. So 5/8 is 1/8, 2/8 plus another 8, which is 3/8, plus another 8, which is 4/8, and plus another 8, which is 5/8. 5/8. So again, we have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. Okay, number 9. Multiply, use multiplication facts you know to find other multiplication facts. Alright, so 8 times 4 is another way of saying 8 groups of 4, which is 10 groups of 4. Take away how many more groups? Well, if I want 8 groups, I need to take away 2 more groups, because 10 groups minus 2 groups gives me 8 groups. So 10 groups of 4 is just like saying, right here, 10 times 4. And we know how to do 10 times 4. We can just count our 10s 4 times. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40. So over here, that's 40. 2 groups of 8 is 2 times 8. So we can count our 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, 2 groups of 4 is 8. Because 2 groups of 4 really is 2 times 4, which is 8. Now let's keep going. 40 minus 8, so let's count backwards. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. So 40 minus 8 is 32. Okay, let's do a couple more. Number 10. 10 times 8, again, I'm just counting my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 10 times 8 is just 80. And 8 times 8, well, what does that mean? 8 times 8 is 8 groups of 8, which is right here. 8 groups of 8. So 10 groups of 8 minus blank groups of 8 will give me 8 groups of 8. So let's think about that through. 10 groups, and I can draw my 10 groups here. So this one I'm going to draw pictures in case you couldn't get the one above. I'm going to draw 10 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's my 10 groups, and of course all of them should have 8 in there. So here, 3 groups of 8, 4 groups of 8, 5 groups of 8, 6 groups of 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10 here. Here's my 10 groups of 8. So 10 groups of 8 minus, well, I need to get 8 groups of 8. So I need to take away, let's count. 1, 2. So if I take away 2 groups of 8, I should get my 8 groups of 8 right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. So 10 groups of 8 minus 2 groups of 8 will get me my 8 groups of 8, which is right over here. So we know 10 groups of 8 is the same thing as 10 times 8, and we know that is 80. And 2 groups of 8, well, if we count our 8, 8, 16, we know that would be 16. So let's do some mental math in our heads. 80 minus 16. Okay, so let's do 80 minus 10 first, because we know 16 can be broken up into 10 and 6. So 80 minus 10 first is 70. And then 70 minus another 6, let's count backwards. 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, and 64. So that means it's 64, which means 8 times 8 equals 64. Okay, let's do number 11. 5 times 8. Okay, so let's count our 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 5 times 8 is 40. So what does 7 times 8 means? Well, 7 times 8 means blank groups. That's 7 groups of 8. Alright, so 7 groups of 8. So I want to get 7 groups of 8. So 5 groups of 8 plus how many more groups? Well, 5 plus how many more groups gives me 7? Let's think about that. 5 groups plus, well, 2 more groups of 8 will give me my 7 groups of 8. And we know our 5 groups of 8 is 5 times 8, and that gives me 40. And 2 groups of 8, which we just did over here, 2 groups of 8 is 16. And again, let's do some mental math right now. So I need to do 40 plus 16. And again, if you can't do this in your head, just think about what 16 is. 16 is really 10 and 6. So I can do 40 plus 10, which is 50, and 50 plus another 6 is 56. So 7 times 8 is 56. Alright, and that finishes page 106.